Nolan, what did you see from your team this past weekend? Like Josh said, winning 3 games in 30 hours kind of makes you confident heading into this weekend. So.
Yeah, I think he, hit the nail on the head with, the resiliency. But I think our biggest thing was the confidence. With the late delays and everything, it didn't matter for us. And our pitchers, they may have been warming up for 2 hours, like Sam was on his start day that day, but it didn't matter for them. They pushed through whatever the delay or whatever happened, and in each team and each challenge that we faced, we went up against them. And when we lost to UCF, it really didn't faze us at all. We just knew we had to win 2 games and to get to the championship. And it was pretty fun, being on the roads for 12 days with your guys right before the tournament is pretty special and pretty important going in to facing anything that it might throw at you.
One of the words Josh has used to describe this team over the years, or throughout the years, resilient or gritty. Where does this team stack up in terms of grittiness and resilience of teams you've been part of in the past?
I mean, pretty high. We've had a couple, guys have been battling injuries all year long, and they've keep coming back. Like Wolfie came back from, his surgery and came back pretty quickly and came back, and now in the tournament he hit well for us and had some pretty big swings. Aiden's been, battling whatever, his hamstring that he's been going in and out of, but he's been battling that every time he's in the lineup for us. He's given big swings, and then, there's been other guys that have been dealing with some stuff, and then myself, we've all come back from little stuff, and even during those injuries, we've had, the younger guys step up for us, like AO in the back, like Avery, he had a big step up for us, and he had a big couple swings in the tournament. And then Richie coming in and, filling in some spots for us, and same thing with Donovan Cassell. And the biggest other thing is our pitching has been able to keep us in it the whole year, and you've been seeing the numbers that they've been putting up, and it helps the offense. And offensively, when we're in that, hard time trying to get our bats going in that gritty spot, they tough through it and give us some good spots for us to be.
Is there a game in particular this year that you can look back on and it was kind of a light bulb moment whenever you realized, hey, this group is kind of different? I
think it's not more so a game, but the series, honestly, was Texas. We dropped 2. We should have won Friday, but stuff happens. You drop 2 and you're in a tough environment. They're looking, they're clawing for a spot and in a top regional and top spot in the Big 12, and for us to come back out the next day with, the atmosphere they have, I think that was probably the biggest thing for us, and, answering right away. And that's what it's kind of been all year, not letting the, couple of losses or whatever get in our way. The OU game this past weekend, they had all the momentum in the world coming into that game, and we came out hot, and Tommy gave us the innings that we needed, and then Gabe did the same, and then I think Kranz came in to follow, and they pitched their ass off for us, and the hitters did what we needed to do too.
A lot of new faces on the pitching staff. At what point, whether it was in the fall or early in the spring, were you like, okay, this group's gonna be all right?
I think it was probably the first or second weekend of fall ball when we started playing, when Sam, came out and started, blowing it by guys, and left on left changeup was pretty messed up for fall ball, but they showed us what it was, and Brian came in. I knew Brian before through summer ball, but him coming in, his competitiveness, he was even more competitive almost in the fall with him fighting for a spot and everything whatnot. Everybody, Benji's gonna be gross. Then Kranz came in, that went nasty in the fall, like you're seeing now. Gabe, Tommy. I think it was just a gauntlet of a fall, honestly, for the hitters to go through what our pitching staff has shown this year. And it proved that with how good they are, it helped the hitters be prepared for what we've been facing all year long. So they've definitely put us in a good spot and continue to put us in good spots.
What experience can you draw from the regional last year that you think will help you go into this one?
I think it's more so in the mental side. We have the physical, experience with it. I think it's just more so, being that confidence we just took from the Big 12 tournament, and knowing that the work we put in all fall and all year, and what we went through, what we played at the beginning of the season, and what we just did in the tournament to prepare us for now, and to just go out there and play and not worry about everything else. And just play each game and being loose and being, having fun. Because when we're loose and having fun, that's when we're really dangerous.
A lot of the projections kind of had y'all in that 14, 15, 16 range last week heading into the Big 12. Did y'all have any sense as a team that y'all were kind of right there and a good week would kind of put y'all in position to host?
I mean, yeah, you see it and you expect to win a couple games there that you'll be in a good spot to host and be able to play in your home ballpark. And after we did that, it was, I don't want to say set in stone because nothing is, but you have pretty good sense. And then after winning it all, you kind of figured that we were in a good spot to be hosting. So we're just lucky and blessed to be able to play in our home park, and hopefully our fans will show up for us this weekend.
When you hear during the selection show them talking about how this regional is going to be a gauntlet, does that feel like that lights a spark inside the team?
I mean, yeah, it fires you up. You're just ready to go. You've been waiting all year for this moment, and for them to finally show you who you're playing and who you can prepare against is pretty special and pretty fun. No matter who it is, you just prepare the same way. Those teams, every team's got what they're really good at, and what they have holes in, just as we do, and we'll attack the holes, and I take our team over anybody.